What's up guys, Jez here from Whiskefy and welcome to another episode of WhiskefyTV, your favourite TV episode, whiskey tasting TV show. I do this every week and I forget what I say every time. It's a good time. It's your favourite whiskey tasting TV show where I drink whiskey and you guys sit there and watch me, I think. I think that's what you guys do. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed last week's episode. Last week's episode was so much fun, going back to the first episode and retasting all the good juice that I guess started with. All the good juice being that one bottle that I tried. Yeah, it's a good time. Now, you guys are probably wondering, why am I not in my regular Whiskefy shirt? Well, this is a little bit of a special episode, but I'm going to crack into that in just a second. So, as I said, it's episode 120 and I will be tasting a bottle of Wilderness Trail. You guys are like, why do you have a bottle of Wilderness Trail Bourbon there? That's a good question. Let me crack into that in just a second. Now, we're gonna get a glass. We're gonna pour it out. So last week we had a bit of a mishap. There may or may not have been a large amount of Maker's 46 spilled onto this with a little dodgy tabletop. Now, we'll get the pop going. Oh, that doesn't count. A little bit of a spillage, but it doesn't count. Now we got it. Oh, that's. Oh. Okay, that's fine. That wasn't my regular long pour, but it will do. It will do. Okay. So, Wilderness Trail Bourbon. Right. So this is not something we've had typically in Australia before. As you can see behind me, there's this Wilderness Trail right here. Right here. That's really all we have access to. But here's where the story comes in. No, you know what? I'll get to that in just a second. See, this is what happens. We change things up, things don't work. Now, what it is Wilderness Trail Bourbon. Now, it was a collab between This Is My Bourbon Podcast and the Nashville Bourbon Society. Partnered with Providence Wine and Spirits to bring this pick together. Now, it is at 57% alcohol by volume, or 114 proof. Someone called me out on TikTok and they're like, in Australia we don't use proof. And I'm like, well, in Australia you don't drink enough bourbon. So it is 4 years, 5 months old, and they had it for sale for $73, I believe it was. 73. Yeah, it's that's like 66 plus tax, I believe. Cask is New Chart American, obviously, and mash bill is 64% corn, 24% rye, and 12% malted barley. Now, let me get into how I ended up with this. So, as you guys know, I was at Whiskey Weekend. Whiskey Weekend was put on by the podcast, and they invite all their fans, I guess, and like this year they had like bourbon influencers come over and just do a heap of stuff with the fans and made it an overall enjoyable experience. So that for me produced some incredible memories. It allowed me to meet friends that I've been raising glasses with for a large period of time. I think it's been over 12 months now, which is like incredible. One of those legends, aka one of those legends, Eric, aka Whiskey Mutant, which is why I'm wearing this. He is known across the globe for pairing snack cakes. So in Australia, we don't really have snack cakes because we just got like normal snacks. But like I'm talking the Hostess cakes, so your Twinkies, I guess anything from Hostess. If you guys have gone into like a BP, Servo, whatever, and you've seen like a box of Twinkies made by Hostess, he's getting those cakes and he's pairing it with bourbon. Like just Twinkies, no, Hostess is huge. They make all these different kinds of cakes, but I'll get into that in just a second. So yeah, he spends his time pairing those with bourbon, and it's really interesting to watch, just like the flavor profiles and everything, how he mingles all that together. Now, he did hook me up with a little bit of merch. I'm feeling super comfortable. I really like the shirts. They're rather nice, and he told me that I needed to pair this bourbon with a snack cake. So I've got one ready to go, but I will give you a quick insight on how they titled this bottle, Picking in the Rain. Now, as you guys can see there, if it focuses, probably won't, that's fine. It was raining on the day they were picking, so it's good. I was like, that's fun. I like that. And they did like this cool little graphic on the back as well. As I said, I don't think it's going to focus. Let's hope it focused. So yeah, it's just all the guys in the rain picking. It's fun. I like that. So yeah, as I said, we're going to do a snack cake pairing. So the pressure has been put on me to decide what snack cake I wanted to prepare. Now, in Australia, we don't really have access to many snack cakes. So it was like, well, I guess I'm just going to have to find one. I had the name written down. I can't remember what I got. The name escapes me now. I did so much work into working out what snack cake I wanted, what one I wanted to do. But it is a little hostess cake. I can't remember the name. Oh, I wrote it down. How good is that? See, this is why I came prepared. This is a caramel ding dong. Right? It's, I already opened it for content purposes, of course. Now, I have decided to go for the classic pour over. Right? So, this is one of Eric's classic little moves. So, you're going to get your bourbon, and you are going to, I'm going to break this snack cake. So this snack cake, as I said, is a caramel ding dong. Inside is just like a little bit of frosting, a little bit of cakiness. If I bring, oh, there we go. Perfect. So yeah, a little bit of cakiness, a little bit of frostiness. I'm going to do a cheeky pour over here. That's why I got the, come on. Just a little bit of bourbon. There we go. A little bit there. Enough in the bowl. I'll soak that up later. And I'm going to enjoy this. So, oh damn. So, since it runs like a very cakey kind of base, it just does the same thing as what your Tim Tams do, and it just absorbs that bourbon so nice. I'm gonna get a bit more in there as well. Come on. There we go. They also said that when they were picking on the day, it reminded them of like pancakes and waffles. So I was like, this kind of brings it all together. So I'm not eating snack cakes for the rest of the episode. I'm gonna actually do the review now, because I'm like, these headphones, I'm gonna get a new set. Can we crowdfund me some new headphones? No, I'm joking. You guys know how much I spent on bourbon. You can buy your own headphones, kid. Now, I thought the studios would be alright, but the studio buds don't want to work, so, whatever. Let me get the other ones. So yeah, alright, let's kick this cheeky little tasting off. Oh, Epson's last spill was 0 to 1 now, by the way, in case anyone's following on at home. So this was a neck pour, as I said. It's I'm not really superstitious about neck pours. So just on the nose there's some. So it's very, very sweet forward. Plenty of citrus going on. I'd say that more of an orange kind of citrus. It's not lemony. It's not like, it's more of a, I'd say deeper citrus. That won't really make sense, but it makes sense to me. So that's half the battle. Yeah, like orange, some caramel, kind of like a Jaffa. But like is minus the chocolatey notes there. Just the taste. I think you guys know how this is gonna go. Just on the palate there, thick viscosity. It's got some like light spice. I call it cinnamon heat, kind of running up just the side of the tongue there. So it's not overwhelming in the slightest. And then it's kind of got, like, as gave it a Kentucky chew, there is a kind of like a maple sweetness just left in your mouth there, which is rather enjoyable. And just for the finish, oh, okay. That finish is exactly where I need it to be. So it's like toasted sugars. It's like super oaky caramel, a little bit of maple in there, maybe some chocolate, but I don't know if that was from the snack cake. But it all kind of just combines to this long finish of just pure bliss. And that is the Bourbon SiB Macaulay from Wilderness Trail. Knows how to pick some quality barrels to put up for the boys, let me tell you, because that is top notch. So I can see why their picks are absolutely killer. So let's break it down to this by-bar pass. Now, straight into it, it drinks a lot older than a 4 year. So as I said, it's 4 years, 5 months. And just on the finish there with that toasted oak and that it just feels a lot older. It doesn't feel as young as what their, say their standard release stuff, like when I was over there tasting it. I was just going through it and I'm like, this was just after the White Dog, so, or if you're not familiar with what White Dog is, it is basically straight out of the still, essentially at, what are they, I can't remember what their barrel entry proof is, but it's literally just straight off the still, and it's like just pure alcohol, and then they just pour it into your hands or a cup or whatever you have there, and you just sip it, and it's good. It's like one of those bourbon country things you do. You're just like, why not? But no, it's good. It's not very reminiscent of that. Like majority of their stuff being like 4 years old. I was kind of getting a lot more grain forward stuff on this one. Definitely not. Maybe it's that magical 5 months extra in the barrel where it's just lost that completely, or whether it's just the boys in Bourbon SiB kind of just getting these amazing barrels and just going, do you know what? This one. And the boys did say, I know Eric said to me that it was a unanimous pick on this barrel as well, in quotation marks. No, yeah, so next one up, Devastated. I can't get any here because that is good. It is good. Just all the right notes, which leads me into my third note there. That finish of like toasted sugars and maple and like, it just makes me want to pour another glass, which lucky I have a whole bottle here. So I'm going to pour myself another glass while I finish off that snack cake. But as you guys guessed, I'm going to mark this down as a buy before we hit that 15-minute mark. And these keep getting longer and longer. I don't know what keeps happening. But yes, I just want to, so that's a buy. If you guys have the opportunity to pick up a bottle of this from the boys, I don't know how many they have left, because obviously Eric and Perry from This Is My Bourbon Podcast, I did see they had their Google form up on their Instagram page, and that looked like that was still active. So I don't know if they still have bottles laying around, but obviously they do if Eric's able to hook me up with this. So yeah, definitely check that out because it's good stuff. And also just support This Is My Bourbon Podcast, which is Eric and Perry's podcast where they talk shit and review whiskey. It's a good time. Support Eric, Whiskey Mutant on Instagram and all his socials. If you guys like watching, I guess, me pair snack cakes, you love what he does. You guys normally go nuts for like my burger and my donut ones as well. So he's just doing this on another level because I don't have access to half the snack cakes he has. And Nashville Bourbon Society, I'm not too sure what they're doing, but hey, they're picking good barrels. So I don't know if you guys can help them out at all. Definitely check their shit out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this because I enjoy drinking it as much as the next person. Do they? Maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Love y'all. Hopefully you enjoy your Whiskey Wednesday because I am enjoying my snack cake Sunday? Snack cake Sunday. That's a new thing. We're going to do snack cake Sundays now. If I can get more snack cakes. We'll see. It's 16 minutes. I got to go home. Love y'all. Stay thirsty. I'm Jez. Peace.